4-year cycle, is it over?
Yeah.
Woo.
You have a catalyst that brings new pools of capital in. So 2011, it was the launch of Coinbase. 2015, the introduction of Ethereum. 2019, DeFi. 2023, it was Grayscale winning its lawsuit in March against the SEC. We're going to get ETFs bringing in capital. The reason I think it's probably not going to play out over 4 years is I think that's a longer inflow of capital. And then secondly, we have yet another of those catalysts in November.
All right, you guys have 10 billion, maybe more in assets under management. You started 7-8 years ago. You did not have that. I think you started with 0, right? Probably the most excruciating process that I have watched, where you guys have gone door to door to door for year after year after year, and you heard no, 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 no. And then it seems like in the last 18 months, yes.
A lot more yes.
Okay. Explain what led to this change. Is it simply just like ETF gets approved, okay, we have to do this? Or is there other things that have gone into it?
Can I take a stab at it?
Yeah, go first.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say it's great to be with all of you. You know, I think in our industry there's a strong community, and Pomp is at the center of it. And so, getting to be around so many people and obviously so many great speakers is a pleasure. And to see Scott, a very early Bitwise investor, in the audience is a pleasure. So, what happened? The analogy that comes to mind for me recently, and I'm already being long-winded with this answer, but if you think back to the early days of Facebook, if you can rewind your memory a little bit, before Facebook IPO'd, it was a thing that maybe you used or one of your friends used, and you heard about Facebook, and you heard about this crazy CEO who was some college dropout, and it was a social phenomenon, but it wasn't an investment decision for you. You couldn't invest in Facebook stock. You didn't have to decide if $35 was a high price or a low price. And I think for a lot of investors and a lot of our clients, that's what Bitcoin felt like for a very long time. Is this social phenomenon. You had friends or family who were doing something with it, had some opinions about it, good, bad, whatever. And then the Bitcoin ETFs were like the IPO. Like when Facebook went public and it was trading at $35 a share, and you could decide if that was the investment opportunity of a lifetime or a wildly overvalued, unprofitable startup. But suddenly it was something for you to consider about Facebook that you hadn't considered before. And I think that the Bitcoin ETFs were that moment for a lot of investors who couldn't use the Coinbase app or invest any other way, the first time that they could really consider Bitcoin as part of the opportunity for them. So I think that really fundamentally changed the set of audiences that could participate.
Yeah, and I just add one more thing to that. I agree with that. First, I'd say you didn't say enough no's, Anthony. It's actually 10 on average. Our average client allocates after about 10 meetings. So it's a lot of no's before we get to a yes. That's a real statement. Sounds like a joke. The other thing that changed is we chopped off the left tail. I think the percentage of the real reason people didn't invest before the ETF, before the election, was this thing in the back of their mind that said this thing might go to zero. And investors are comfortable with investments that go up and down. They're actually comfortable with losing money, but they're not comfortable with looking foolish and buying something that goes to zero. And I think we just completely eliminated that left tail. There's the Bitcoin Obituaries site, which cites the number of times the media says Bitcoin is going to die. I think it's like 1,200 or something. It basically hasn't had one in the last 18 months. So I think that was also a big change.
You are the biggest ETF expert I know. You used to run ETF.com. The ETFs, I mean, wow, what a grand slam product that's been for Wall Street, for you guys, many asset management firms. Who's buying the ETF? Because I think everyone said, oh, ETFs are coming, institutions are going to buy it. But then I get on X and I see hardcore Bitcoiners who are like, I sold my Bitcoin and I just put all that money into the ETF. So is it institutions? Is it retail? Is it a mix?
Yeah, it's everybody. Everybody is buying the ETF. The ETF is an incredible deal. Our ETF charges 20 basis points. You have to be managing billions of dollars in Bitcoin to get that kind of deal with, audit and custody and all those bits and pieces. So it's retail is buying ETFs. It's hedge funds are buying ETFs for the basis trade. It's RIAs buying ETFs. It's family offices buying ETFs. It really has become the primary tool for everyone. The only thing I would say about that is, we're going to see more people buying ETFs next year. I think flows this year will outpace flows last year by a significant fraction. So if you thought last year was good, just wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just, I've had some conversations with people here, and I think a fascinating part of the moment right now is that a lot of people who are very knowledgeable about Bitcoin and they're on Twitter and they're reading the news feel like it's sort of a lukewarm mood right now. But I would say that amongst our wealth management clients and investment professional clients, it's the best moment there has ever been, February of 2025.
You guys want to see them smile? This morning, I bought more BITB. Right? The price was down. I knew I'd see you guys. I felt like I should do this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you. Yeah,
he's not pretty good, right?